Hey y'all, this is Lydia. Awareness has been coming up quite a bit the last few days, and I kind of had this video on the back burner, but it's not leaving me alone, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. There's been a lot of change in the air, a lot of shifting gears, a lot of new projects on the horizon that have been gearing up to land into the material that have been circling me. And going through all that, processing all that, awareness has been coming up again and again and again. And awareness in the sense of using it as a tool to enact change in our lives. And it's a really powerful and effective tool for doing it without having to force anything, without having to try or effort. It really is powerful how we can just, by placing our awareness on something and setting intentions and trusting the energies will lead us to where we need to go, how change will just naturally happen. And for example, a lot of people do new moon intentions. It's a time to plant new seeds for the future. It's the fertile lunar cycle as opposed to the full moon, which is destructive. And if you experiment with that and you set intentions on each new moon and you sort of pay attention to, by the end of that cycle, by the next new moon, what actually transpired, you'll find that things changed, and things changed not in a way that you necessarily were conscious of, but you found, if you look back, that you were just naturally guided into new energies, and those new energies put your intentions into motion, which created change in your life. And I found this again and again and again, even in my own healing journey. I found that a lot of stuff that weren't necessarily on my front burner, but were on my heart on some level, the more I healed and the more I placed my awareness on things that I wanted to let go of and sort of noted what I didn't want anymore and noted what I want for myself and just kind of put my awareness on it and paid attention to it when it crossed my mind's eye. Over the years, a lot of stuff I used to do, a lot of ways I used to think, and a lot of patterns that I used to get stuck in just don't happen anymore. And really, it happened just through my awareness. It wasn't me trying or forcing myself to make any sort of changes, but it was just this deep trust that I was cultivating within myself. And I found this true with manifestation as well. When we're manifesting, if we ask for something big, the universe will sort of lay the chips for us. Like, okay, you want this big thing, but you need to work on these things first. So we'll manifest those things so you can be ready to receive your big thing. And if you look back and you actually do a tracking list of things that have changed for you, you'll find that you manifest more than you think you do. And it's easy to overlook these manifestations. So I encourage you to work with your awareness and sort of be curious in trying to, not trying, but you know what I mean, by setting some intentions and saying, okay, this is what I want to let go of. I'm going to trust that I'll let go of these things and that they will fall out of my life naturally. And through that, you'll find, let's say, for example, you set the intention that you're going to only eat whole foods with like veggies and you're going to cut back on how much meat you take into your system every day. If you just note, okay, that's what I'm going to put my awareness on, that's my intention, I'm going to eat healthier, you'll find when you don't eat as healthy or you fall back into an old pattern of eating junk food, you'll be like, oh, that doesn't feel good, I don't want that anymore. But if you don't judge yourself and you just note, okay, yeah, I did that and I don't want that anymore, you'll start doing it less and less naturally, and you won't have to fight with yourself so much into forcing yourself to do something, but you'll find over time you'll just start making healthier choices. So I wanted to share that. Awareness has been huge for me the past few days, and trusting that this big leap that I feel like I'm gearing up to take, to not beat myself up over it if I don't take the leap in the way I expect myself to, in the time frame that I expect myself to, but really to allow those energies to work their magic just by being aware of, okay, I didn't do it today, that didn't feel so good. And then using that to bring energy into the next day of saying, okay, let's try again, or okay, these are my intentions for the day and this is what I want to be led to do. And knowing that eventually through unblocking, through naturally being led, I will ultimately take that leap. And that's always been the case, and it's been true for me since as long as I can remember. And so that deep trust and that letting go and that ease is just so much better than trying to, force yourself to do something and to fall into judgment, fall into self-criticism, or to think you're failing in some way just because it didn't pan out the way you wanted to in the time frame you wanted to. So give that a try if that interests you, and I would love to hear if it works. Love you.